Hi, Rachel. How are you today? Good?
Fantastic. Yes.
Feeling good. So we are back for session number 6 of our series. We've done a lot already. And last week, I wanted to cover MemberPress, but we didn't have time enough to do that. So I would suggest that today we cover MemberPress. I have another video on my channel specifically about MemberPress, which is more like a tutorial, which was inspired by what I did for your website. MemberPress being the plugin that we use for the membership section of the site, so the gated content, which is at the moment only the dog food items, the dog food list. So I will explain what this membership plugin is about and how we implemented it. Mainly at the moment, as I said, on the dog food list with a sign up from a page which is called the dog food list on the website. So I will share my screen, manage to do that properly, hopefully. Yes, that is this one. There we go.
See it. Yeah.
So that is the page with a little dog there, where we explain what to expect from this list of pet food items that you are curating. So it's basically behind the scenes the same kind of structure as the one we have for for the shop, which is publicly accessible. So this other page that we worked on last week, and we will get back to this page next time because you told me you had a few questions about it, but we will leave it for today. And what's behind the dog food list looks a bit like this, and we will see it in a moment. But we have a landing page first, so where people can read about what it is, and then click on Join Now, which, if we open it in incognito mode, and I will switch to this tab, gives you a sign-up form where you have to put your details, first name, last name, username, email, password, and then you can sign up and you can go back to the site right here. So that's the flow at the moment. And as I showed last week, we can also go to the sign up from the menu bar here at the top, where we have a dynamic section, dynamic links, sign up and log in if you are logged out, and log out only if you are logged in. So if I click on sign up, I've got one membership plan at the moment, which is the free membership. So you don't have to pay for it. But this is typically a page where you can add multiple plans for multiple pricing plans. If at some point you have a premium membership, for instance, it's like the typical pricing page you would have on a SaaS product, for instance. So if you sign up here, you land on the same kind of page.
Is this page here editable in terms of the verb? Not this one. The sign up page.
Yeah, the sign up page here.
Like, can you add text to say, you know, so, you're signing up to access special content by Rachel Fasaro, or etc. Can you add copy or no?
I think you can add some copy, but it's not a page which is designed with Elementor. It's a page which is driven specifically by the plugin. But I think you can add some other stuff, and you can definitely add some fields, because I removed from the default sign up the address, for instance, but you can easily add it. But we will see how it looks like behind the scenes in a moment. And the login, it's approximately the same, but it's just login as expected. And it's a page which actually overrides the default login of WordPress, because WordPress has by default a login page, which we usually access when we are the admin of a website to log in. It has a default WordPress look and feel, and we have a feature that we activated in the plugin to override the default login page and replace it with this login. So if we go behind the scenes, we'll see what it looks like. So let's share this tab. So we'll go to the plugin. So plugin, MemberPress right here in the sidebar. So you have multiple tabs, I would say, plugin. The first one being membership. That's where you set the memberships. So at the
Right.
moment we have a free membership only. So if I edit the membership, we will see. I mean, what you have to remember is that usually on WordPress, those plugins, they reuse the same kind of template, of canvas, of environment as the blog post or the pages, but you don't have to fill out anything here in the field. We just gave it the name free membership. It's free because the price is 0 here, so there's no price. It's a lifetime access. But let's say that you create another membership at 10 per month, for instance, and you say, okay, it's 10, I want it recurring, and I want it monthly, for instance, and I want a trial period of, let's say, 30 days. So you see, you can set
Nice.
a real a premium plan. And obviously, to do that, to make this work, you've got in the plugin settings to connect it to Stripe, PayPal,
Right.
or other payment gateways that you are using. At the moment, it's not connected, but because it's free.
Yeah.
So, do you have
Very
any
nice.
questions about this?
So in the text box,
Yeah.
I could add text if I wanted. Like, if you
Yeah,
remember,
I'm not sure where it would appear. Where it would appear. We can try.
yeah, I was just curious. Like,
Yeah, I'm just curious
um,
also to see where it appears. Maybe it might appear on the page that we talked about earlier. So let's
oh,
just try
okay,
testing copy here. Okay, and then what I will do is okay, I will open another page. I'm still on the other tab, so don't worry. I will open it when I'm ready.
all right.
Yeah, now I know how this thing is working. So,
Yeah, and making sure we're sharing screens.
so this, let me just open that, and when I'm ready, I'm going to share it. Share this tab. So now, if I click, I'm in incognito because I'm using incognito because if you're logged in, you don't see obviously all the sign up stuff because
Right.
you're already logged in as a user, as an admin. So
Testing copy.
yeah,
There it
so
is.
it's there. So basically,
Okay. So yeah.
yeah, what you put in this thing. So I'm going back to this tab. What you put here in the box appears basically at the top
Cool.
of the page there. It's like an introduction.
Hmm.
Um,
The
here,
only other thing I would add here, which I'm sure is in the options we'll see on the back end, is so we have email as requirement, and
yeah,
I would want to add an asterisk that says, because the whole point of why I'm adding this free paywall membership wall is to access this dog food list. You'll be signing up and opting into my email, which you can always opt out of course.
mm-hmm.
So I'd probably, which we can look into, like add a little asterisk at the bottom or something. It says by signing up or by
Yeah, yeah.
joining. Yeah.
You
So
you
you're
you
getting
you're
into my email. Yeah.
getting into the email list. Yeah, yeah. So let's see if I come here. So here there's no option. Enable custom thank you page. Permission price box advanced. No. Okay, so that was the sign up button is sign up, obviously. Yeah, that's funny. Here, you would probably be using another solution for I think you had MailerLite or something like that
Yes.
to send the emails, but they apparently have embedded an integrated welcome email that you
That's
can
nice.
set up right here. You can also, if you have multiple payment methods activated, you can customize them. And here, that's interesting. Yeah, so you could add some other fields, but you have set them up on the options page. So that's the first part. That's called the membership. So let's remove this guy for a moment. Then we have what they call groups. Yeah, so it's a group of membership. That's just to show them, like on a page where you have multiple memberships. So it's what we call plans at the moment. But it's not a big deal. It's just how to group different memberships. The interesting bit is the rules. So if I go in the rules, so there is a rule here about which is applied to all the food items. So food items being, so we are protecting the gating, so access to the, so it's one of the types of the custom post types that we have. We have also, for instance, somewhere the shop products that could have been, I mean, it's not the purpose obviously, but they could have been gated, or we could have gated the blog post, or a specific type of blog post, or a single blog post, or blog post with a specific category. So you can also create gating for blog post content and use the same kind of concept, you see. But this can be either around the same free membership, or you can create another free membership which is kind of separate because you want to have a look at who's signing up for X versus Y. And so you create another free membership and you apply it, for instance, to the post. That's the way to do it.
Okay, so that was a good question, because I do want to have another page where there can be digital downloads. Like I have free digital downloads. The only thing you have to do is sign up for email on my current site. So for this, I would need to create the new page, add the digital downloads, and then apply this rule to that, so that that page or the items on that page is a protected content, it seems like.
I mean, you can create a page and then put a bunch of links on the page and say that anyone with access to the page has open bar access to the links. Or what you can also do is create another custom post type for the digital products with some kind of presentation around each digital product, like the way we present the shop products or the food items, and then a page with all those digital products. And so we would then gate all digital products. So if you land on a solo page of one of those products, you would be prompted to sign up. And if you land on the presentation page with all of the products, you would be also prompted to sign up. So it's if you want to scale something, I think it's always nice to think about structuring the content as a custom post type, because that way you've got some kind of a catalog, if you want, of those items, and you can you can add new ones. You can work on the presentation of the item. So yeah, and you can also decide on some of those pages. That's a bit what we have on the page. We will see like the presentation of the food items. There's some part of the content which is outside of the constraints of this gated community that appears for everyone on the page, and then there's another section on the page which requires sign up, because on each page in Elementor you can decide that this section would be shown to everyone, and that section will require sign up to be displayed. So you can be flexible on a page. So here we said that you need to have a membership to get access to the food items, and that has to be the free membership. And what they call here drip, it is that you can decide that a specific type of content, but here it's not the case, but if you would do it on a single item basis, would be only visible to the members X days after they register. It's a very, I would say, niche use case maybe,
Yeah.
but that's it. Or you can also enable expirations. Let's say that if you say you only have access to this section for 15 days from now, if you sign up today, then you can say that that many days after they register, or that many days after a fixed date or whatever, it will expire. That's also a sophisticated stuff. And here, that's what I decided to show, which is customizable when people land on a gated product, and we prompt them to sign up. So I said, this content is reserved to the members of my community. Please log in or sign up to create your content. And if a content is gated, we show the login form because we want people to log in. But there is something, and I will show it in a moment, which was quite annoying, I would say, in the plugin, is that you can show a login form to the users who are not member yet or logged out, but there was no default way to show them a sign up button. So I had to create basically a sign up button and add it in some way to the pages, but I will show it in a moment. So that was
Interesting.
yeah, it took me like 25-30 minutes just to figure out how to put a sign up on the pages besides the login. Because if it's the first time you land there, you say, okay, I can't log in because I don't have my credentials, so I have first to create them, so I have to sign up. Usually it's something that you expect by default from any form of membership stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't there,
Interesting.
so I had to find a way to do it. So coupons, courses, reminders, all of that we won't cover today. There's also affiliates, so you can manage your affiliates if you are running affiliates, sub-affiliates, and paying people to bring you subscribers or to bring you members. You can have a look at your subscription and transactions if there are some paid transactions. And if we go to the settings, yeah, so it's obfuscated, so that's nice. So here it's the license key, but then you have so you have those pages which were basically created by the plugin, and then I wanted to go to here the account. So a few settings here. An important one is that I disable the standard WordPress registration form, which means that we have this dedicated login form. And then I think, that's the field that we have at the moment. So we have the name field, okay, which is required. I think that email and password is by default, so you can't just put them. And then you have like the checkbox that you were talking about here. You see, checkbox.
Yes.
So you can add a checkbox. So let's say okay, checkbox. We could say I don't know if the default value or the name is there. I don't know if we have to put something here or there. Let's see.
By
signing up.
You are joining Rachel Fasaro's email list.
Email list, and then we can.
And then I think we make it required because.
Required, and show it sign up, obviously, show an account. Let me see if it appears properly, or if we have to put a name. Oh, what did I do? Let me see. It disappeared. Yeah, okay. Let's do it again. Probably I had to update something. Okay, no. By signing up, you are joining Rachel Fasaro's mailing list. Okay, show it sign up required. Okay, update the options.
Update.
And
Oh, weird.
yeah, that's always like that, you know. Maybe we have to give it a name. So
Oh,
okay, let's just give it a name, whatever.
copy and paste it this time, so we
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
do
no,
it
no, no,
again.
no, you are joining. Yeah, I copy pasted. You are joining Rachel Futsaro's mailing list. Okay, so copy. And box, checkbox, booms. Here, show it sign up required. Okay. Do we have to give it a name?
Yes.
Oh, yes, but all right. Maybe okay. Name field was kind of no. The name field was already there. Actually, I thought that the first thing that we had there was a name field, but actually, name field was it's kind of a default stuff that was already there. Okay, and I've
Oh,
just unticked the address here. Okay,
okay.
but let's see how it appears to see if the text is there or the text is there because I'm not sure. So let's switch there and see what it is. Oh, okay. So
So
it's
that's
called.
where we put it.
Okay, that's where we put it. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't call it box. You have to basically do this.
We don't see your screen. Can we move it to the bottom of the options, or is it
That's a good question.
yeah,
That's a good question.
it doesn't look like you can.
Okay, let me switch back here to shit. Actually, it's at the bottom of the. Oh, where is it now? Oh, it didn't. That's interesting. Slug box. Wait, I'm back here. I updated the text there. You
Yeah,
see?
I see it.
And
Maybe it takes a second.
if I go back here, it's still called a box, which is not good. We can maybe undo it. Okay, share tab. We don't have anything else. No, okay. Let me remove
Yeah.
this guy.
When in doubt, delete and restart. This is
Boom.
good though. I mean, because people are probably gonna deal with the same problem, so they
Probably,
can kind of
and
see.
probably the developer should have a look at that and fix this because if it's not clear for us, it's probably not clear for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back here and see. Okay, sign up. Sign up. Okay, and why do we still have a box thing here? We don't have caching yet on the side. Not that I know.
Do we have
And
to add it here? Like put it back in under the name section? The con Oh, there we go.
yeah, now we're getting into some. Yeah, okay. It's somewhere in the database now, and we have to get rid of it. You are joining Rachel. Okay. Show the fields below for login purchases. Okay. Okay. Did I miss something? No, I don't think so.
No.
So checkbox. Do you see it logged out on your version?
What do you mean on my version? I don't have it pulled up.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Let me see again.
Let's see if I can.
Okay, so now we are in some kind of a gray area where I can't get rid of this thing called box, and I don't want to do this for 1 hour.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. We'll just work on it offline and we'll update you guys next time.
Yeah, because that's usually when things start messing up. But as you see, custom user information fields, and we are just showing the name field. I mean, if I remove the name field, let's try something. Let's remove the name field and see if it removes it already. Okay, let's do it again. And not even. You see, it doesn't even remove the name field. So there's kind of something broken in this plugin, because we have email, so that's the emails with payments, with pages. Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know what happens. So
Well, we can come back to that.
we come back to that
You guys will have to subscribe so that you can come back and see next
and
week
see
how we fix it.
and see what happened or not. But theoretically, you can specify custom fields to be used with your user account. Just click the plus button below to add your first field. So yeah, so that's what we did. And there should be some kind of a database somewhere. So that's the weird part of it. Because if it's not here anymore, or if that's the only place where you can find those fields. So
Mm.
yes, weird stuff happening here. Okay, let's move to something else.
Yes.
So if I come back to this, so as I said, I have the dog food list. So that's the landing page. But if now I go to a page that I created, let me find the page. I created a page which is the page where you can see the list of dog foods. But let me see. Yeah, that's this one. So I will switch back to this tab. So that's where we see the dog food items, basically. So it looks a bit like the shop page, but
Mhm.
this page, which is under the slug slash dog food, if I open it now in incognito mode and I switch back to this one, booms, voila. So now, as you can see, we have this text that I had set up. This content is reserved to the members of my community, and then you've got the login form that you can fill out here,
Very nice.
and this text and this button. But this button, as I said, was not part of the original setup, so I had to add it. So if I come back to the page,
Oh, I see. Yeah, because if you're not a member, then
yeah, you can't just sign up. I mean, you could via the button at the top, but it's not really user friendly.
intuitive. Yeah.
So I had to add the button. So here it's the page as you see it when you have logged in.
Right.
So you've got some more stuff here, and you've got the product. If I open this in Elementor, so there's a template for this page. There is a template, and we will see the sections which are gated versus the ones which are not. So this one, for instance, the title, if I go to the MemberPress tab there,
Mm.
it says MemberPress rule, none, which means there's no rule applied to this title. We keep the title for everyone. Here, my commitment to you, etc., it's gated by the rule which is called all food items. And if you don't have access, you just don't see it. It's hidden. And
Mhm.
there's nothing displayed. It's just that we don't show it. Next one. This one, the big section, if you want.
Mhm.
Next one. This one. All food items. Okay, also the same rule. And here it's a bit different. It's not hidden. It's what we call default. What is default? Default, it will show them what we set by default, the login form, and the message that we have created in the backend. So the message, this is reserved to my community members, and the login form. So when you pick default in this drop down for MemberPress, after picking a rule, it means that it shows what you have set up as the behavior, the default behavior for restricted access, which means the login form and the message. And then if we move under this, I have added an empty section. There's nothing there, but there is a rule. So if I go to MemberPress, I say this one, you also have to apply the MemberPress rule all food items, but you have to display a message. But here comes the little hack. So it's not a message, a text that I display. It's a sign up link, which becomes
Link.
a button. How does it become a button? It's because there is a what we call a CSS class of sign up button applied to this link, to this text. And I can show you now on the other side. So if I open any page basically on the side and I go to customize here, customize at the top bar, in the top bar, this is where you see all the custom CSS rules that we apply. So here we have plenty of rules that I have already applied to do all sorts of different things. And there is one, theoretically, there is one for sign up button. Here's sign up button. So sign up button, there's a bunch of stuff. We say padding right of this button, 15 pixels. So 15 pixels on the right and on the left of the text, 10 pixel top and bottom. And then background color, it's the greenish color. Border radius to have like the little rounded corner. And the color of the button is white. And so in the end, it gives us this button that we have here at the bottom. So this button only appears if you are not a member. And and it's using this hack, I would say, that I found to use this function, this feature called display message, but display, instead of a simple message, a button. So
Right. That's awesome. That's really cool. And I think that is going to be very helpful to a lot of people.
yeah. Otherwise, as I said, the other channel to sign up, it's to go to the bar there, to the top bar, and then if you click, if you go there, you sign up, and we still have this box, this nasty box, but we'll figure it out.
We'll get it.
Okay, so that's the page, and same concept as what we had in the first iteration. We changed it, but first iteration on the shop page. So I have two versions of the feed, one for desktop here and tablet, and one grayed out for mobile. One version of the filtering for desktop, and one version on mobile as a drop down, which is grayed out here. So if I click on responsive mode and I go to my mobile view, I can see here the mobile version of my feed. The other one is grayed out, and I can see there somewhere at the top,
there it is.
the drop down with the thing. So
And that is filtered by category or by brand?
that was filtered by, it's a good question. What was it filter? So let's see what I did. If I go to search and filter pro, I've got multiple search forms now. So dog food, desktop and mobile, two versions. If I edit this, it's food type. It's a taxonomy called food type.
Okay. And that's the one we can't do category. Like if I just wanted to do, oh no, we would be, because it would be food type would be raw. Okay.
It's a food type. It's a custom taxonomy that we have attached to the food item. So if I go here, I've got food type. You see, I've got brands and food types, two custom taxonomies. But the only limitation to search and filter, the plugin, is that you can't do multiple, I would say, additive filtering. So you can't filter by taxonomy and brands, or by brands and taxonomy. So I had to pick one, which was taxonomy, because it was more, useful for the users. But of course, if you use the search at the top of the site, they will be also referenced there, and you can click there. But if you click there on one food item, do you remember the name of one of your food items?
Yeah. We could do Viva, Viva.
Vivaro. Okay, cool. So now we are in, you see, we are in incognito.
Oh, it's forcing us. Yeah.
So as expected, it's forcing us to sign up. But if we were logged in, so let's go back to a tab logged in. So if I do here Vivaro, and I click, so now I'm logged in. Now I get access to Vivaro, as you can see.
Okay.
So now
that looks Very good.
So
Very good.
that's the way it is. And yeah, we have something a bit special. I think I created a video also dedicated to that on YouTube for the food items. So if I click on a food item, that's the way it's presented. And there is a special feature which required the premium version of the plugin ACF, Advanced Custom Fields. We have what we call a repeater field.
Okay.
So a repeater field is a field in the database which can have as many rows as you want. So at the moment, for instance, we have 4 pros and 5 cons for this specific product, but I can add another pro, I can add another con. Let's say I add another pro here and I
Mhm.
update this, and I will remove it straight away. But now if I open the item, you will see that it added a
Yes.
new pro in the table. So we have also in the template, so if I open the template of dog food, so if you remember, for each custom post type, we have a dedicated template. So here it's for food items. And if I open the template, you will see that I use a specific here module, which is called ACF repeater, Advanced Custom Field Repeater, which
Okay.
is using a type of field which is called repeater field. So here the pros for the first column, the cons for the second one,
Okay.
and yeah, and we decide to show all the pros, but each of them. That's why we clicked here. Each of them being a different row. So that's the most, I would say, flexible way to do it. The other option, like the quick and dirty option, would have been to put all those items, and that was the first version of it. All those items in a big text field, and
Mm.
then with bullet points. But then you've got you can't create a beautiful table like the one we have, and you've got to add them with HTML code. Whereas here, it's pretty easy. Actually, the way it is done in the Google Sheet before the import, each of those pros is separated by a comma. So for instance, here we had human grade, comma, high in meat, comma, variety for picky cats. And the WP all import was smart enough to say, if in this specific cell we have stuff separated by commas, we have to treat them as different pros
Okay.
and create different rows, sub rows in the database. I know it's a bit, might sound a bit complex, but yeah, it's basically the best way to do multiple rows. People also use this, for instance, when they have yeah, a specific type of staff member in a company, but they want to add multiple people under it. So let's say they have accountants, and they have 3 team members now, but then they have another one. Then they can add multiple people under accountant. So you see,
Mm.
that's the way you use a repeater field.
Is there a way to make the paragraph not just one paragraph? Oh, where you had
the,
it.
the big one here.
Yeah, like to where it's like multiple paragraphs
Yeah.
or
Actually, at the moment, I think it's let's say it was imported as a big thing because it was like that. But what you can do is you can go inside of the text, move them,
perfect.
okay? But then you will see, probably, I'm not sure, but it's not by default separated. Let's see. I will
Oh, we
open.
might have to do oh, let me get this. HTML
You see,
back.
boom. So
Oh,
no, actually, you can do it otherwise in HTML. There's an easy hack for that. So if you go back behind the scene, you see you still have the separations. So what you do is you go to the custom fields in ACF, the field groups
okay.
here, And we have the dog foods here. And we have it's probably the long description, this thing, I guess.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay. So we do this. And there is something here, the presentation. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can say new lines automatically add a jump when there is a new line.
So then
So
I just have to go in the back end, add the
yeah, add the
line.
spaces manually,
Space.
and then all of them will go on multiple lines.
Very
So
cool. Or you could have done HTML technically, right? Like you could have
yeah, you could
done.
have done HTML, but then you would have needed to display it as an HTML field on
Oh,
the
okay.
on the front end. I mean, that's something that I didn't actually. To be fair, actually, in the past, like months ago, I didn't know that there was this feature in the ACF plugin, which is part of the default configuration. So for big text areas, you can decide to automatically add what equals actually an HTML tag of BR to skip the lines.
Mhm.
So to change lines, sorry, to have a line break. But you can also decide to, create another paragraph. But here I think they would be fine if we just add a line break. Let me try to find this guy again.
It was Smalls. It was Smalls was the product.
Okay, yeah, let's try to find it again in the product, in the food item.
Food items and then
Uh,
Smalls.
S,
It's that third one there.
is it third one there? Okay, cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you see
There
now.
it is.
Yeah, so that's the
Woo!
way to do it. So you just have now to do it manually. But if the original text in the Google Sheet would have had
Right.
the separations between the paragraphs, then after the import, it would have been respected with the
Right.
separations between the paragraphs. So
Okay.
it's also something you
And how does the mobile view on this one look again since we have it up?
so different ways to
Responsive,
see it.
responsive, I
Yeah,
guess I'll say.
one way to do it is do it like that. So
Mhm.
it's basically like that.
Cool.
We could have this
Now, but
thing centered if we wanted.
can can the order of the different, we'll call them columns, be edited if ever wanted? Like, let's say I wanted the image on top and then the shop button at a different location, like on mobile. I could just basically edit the responsive view, correct? In
Yes, I mean,
since
edit
this,
in the sense, okay. So that's the mobile view, for instance. So
yes. So,
let
like, let's
me
say I wanted the
let me
image at,
first pull a preview,
okay.
because as you can see, you don't have any preview there. So
Yeah.
we go to preview settings, and then we can choose one of them, like the small one that we had. Now we just reload it, and we will get the content populated. Otherwise, it's difficult to see what's happening there. Okay, so let's take it back to mobile.
Okay, and we're in Elementor.
Yeah,
Elementor.
we're
Okay.
in Elementor. So first thing I'm gonna do, because it's not that obvious here because it's a really small version of mobile, but it's put it center on mobile. So this one's center on mobile. So next we have what is this? Yes, we have the name of the brand, the type, food type. There was no logo, but can be a logo there. Proteins and carbs. Shop button there. Pros, cons. The video, there was no video, but there's somewhere for the
Right.
video there. Brand, and that's it. So if you wanted another layout on mobile, let's say this button higher or
Let's say, like, I wanted to move the image, one of the images higher, for
yeah,
example,
this
like
one.
that one.
Uh,
The one with the packaging, yeah.
yeah, you can't just drag them here, because if
Oh,
you
okay.
drag them here they will move everywhere. There's no concept of location based on the what you see, what you get environment. What you
Got
have
it.
to do if you want to have a different version on mobile is say, okay, this one, for instance, the packaging one, we go to the item, we go
Mhm,
to advanced, and we say that this one we want to hide it on mobile. So we don't want to show it on mobile. Okay.
mhm.
Then we will duplicate duplicate it. So at the moment it's the same position, but I will move it. I will put it somewhere there. Oh no, not there. Somewhere there. Yeah.
Nice.
And this one, I will do the opposite. So I will hide it on desktop and tablet.
Got it.
So this
And
one we
what's
don't.
weird is this one says there was no logo, but you can see a logo there.
Yeah, but I'm not sure this was the logo. Here is probably something else. No, that was an icon. We don't have this
Got
thing
it. Okay, okay,
anymore. There.
okay. I
Yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
say that, yeah.
No,
Oh,
the logo is there. It's not a logo.
okay.
It was an icon
I see
field
it.
that's not populated. Maybe because we decided to remove this icon thing in the final import, if I remember well. No,
Yeah, I don't think that we are. I don't remember.
I don't think there's an
Yeah.
icon thing, so we can just remove it from the template. There's no reason to keep it there.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we can remove the column also if we want.
So basically in the future, if I wanted to rearrange some things on here, the best way to do it, to summarize, is don't change anything, but essentially duplicate whatever column or
Mm-hmm.
image or asset,
Mm-hmm.
duplicate it. Well, let me go back. Hide the section or the image from mobile,
Mm-hmm.
step one. Then step two, duplicate whatever it is I want to move around, move it how I want it, then hide that from desktop,
Yeah.
and make it appear on mobile, move it where I want, and then it'll appear. That's
Yeah. It might be a bit cumbersome to understand because you see all those elements together on the screen. The only visual indication you have is that when it's grayed out on a certain view, it's not seen on that view. So you don't have to be afraid that this thing would. Oh, and we remove the title. I'll just add it in a moment. But you don't want to be afraid that this thing would just be pushing stuff on desktop because it's there. It's there as a placeholder, but because it's grayed out, you don't see it on desktop.
Is
And
this a template? So, like, will this impact all the others
yeah,
in
yeah,
food? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I'm just seeing that we removed the title, so I'll
Oh
just
yeah,
take it back here. It's probably because when I move this thing, yeah,
I probably like deleted it.
it was maybe here. I guess it
Oh,
was here. Okay, so and on mobile, I put it centered. Yeah. Okay, and you see, for instance, on mobile, from a logical perspective, this all food item should be on top of the title. Um,
yeah.
so, but this is because they are part of the same section, I think. Let me see. Where is this guy? Oh, there's plenty of stuff. Today, I don't know what's happening. We have now twice the food item. You know what? They might have some issues with their. That's really weird now. Okay, but
Well,
I mean that's okay. Here, that's okay. It's the
and what are these pluses? This is just spacers, basically.
yeah. It's not just. It's just to show. It's just to show the login that I was talking about. So here, yeah, it's the this one is will show the default login for non-members,
Mm,
and the last one, which is empty, will show the sign up button for non-members. So that's the
mm.
reason why they are there. But this one should go. But actually no. Yeah, that's what was expected. I think that the title was not gated because we need to see the title. Otherwise, we don't know what to expect there. So title was not gated. So title is none, no rule. So title always there. Section 2 default login. Section 3 the button. Section 4, which is this with the button all food items, is hidden for non-members. Section 5, which is basically the big section, it's hidden for non-members. So yeah,
Mm.
that is as expected. Um,
And then the all food items on mobile, we'll just move it up.
yeah, let me think because this one is first and this one is second, so that's why it's under it. What I can do is no, is just take this section, all the section, and say all this section advanced responsive. I don't want to see it on mobile. Okay. And then I will duplicate it, move it up, but I keep the same logic of it's hidden for
Member.
non-members, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But this one, I do the opposite. So I decide to hide it on desktop and tablet.
Right.
Okay. And so now it will be fine. If I go there, you see, boom, I've got it there. But I can even put some, some kind of some margin under it so that it's
Yeah, not so. There you
not
go.
too much, yeah, like that. Okay, so and here you see this one is grayed out on mobile. That's the one
Yeah.
which is supposed to work on desktop. So yeah, so you've got to be to just know how to play with it, and also understand that those empty boxes here, sections, they're meant to be there to manage this MemberPress thing. So this one will display login, this one will display sign up. That's the way
I love
it's
it.
working. I think we've covered most
Think we
of what we had to cover from MemberPress. Yes, and we have to fix this thing. I don't know what happened with the box sticker. It might be completely, I mean, easy to fix. I haven't tested this, but as you can see here, our friends at Elementor, they have added some AI features to
I saw
their
that saying, yeah, it's
Elementor.
pretty
I
cool.
think it's to write copy. It's a bit like in Notion,
Okay.
or they will also introduce in the future like DALL-E and Midjourney and the other things, so you can add some images. And I read also that coding is part of it. So if you need some kind of a custom module that's not covered by what you have by default, you could play with this, and a bit like in ChatGPT, try to create a custom module. I mean,
Mm.
with the risks involved that if you don't know exactly what's coming out of this black box, you might just insert something that's not working and breaking the whole site. So I would say be careful with that. But yeah, I haven't played with it yet, so I can't tell
Yeah.
how efficient it is. I wanted maybe to show because it was like circling back to what we did last week. We recreated the shop page. So let me switch here, and you see this. That's where you started working on this, and there will be questions next week. But I wanted to
Yes.
show one thing,
Okay.
which was why last week we had an issue with a selection. Oh, I take over because yeah.
Oh, was I in it? Here, I'll
Yeah,
get
it's
out.
all right. No, but I can take over, I guess. I guess I can take over. Or maybe it's because I'm sharing that I can't take over.
Well, I exited, so hopefully I was
Hopefully
in
it
there
works.
earlier.
Okay. Ah, yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, I'm there now. Whoops. Be patient sometimes. It's fast, but depends
It's
also.
probably because I was in it, so it's
Yeah.
probably just, making sure it's all good.
And also maybe the connection. Okay. I would say just as a general piece of advice around Elementor, just leave the stuff load until it's fully loaded, because if you start moving things around and you don't know what happened, then you can just break stuff. So
I might have done that once or twice.
yeah, so be careful. Okay, I think we are in now. Yeah. So it was the chew and bones, I think, that we had an issue with last time. So each of those feeds here is filtered by a query filter, and interestingly, I don't know why, but I tried to select stuff by putting chew and bones here. But as you can see in plain English, it says terms excluded for product categories, whereas here its terms included for product categories. So by putting chew and bones at the bottom here, I was just making sure there was no chew and bones displayed. So it was the opposite of what I should have done. But yeah, it was probably because I was expecting that the default filtering would be the second one, which is usually the case in design. And like where you put yes and no. I mean, you put yes there and no there, but whatever. So now it's perfect. I might just have a look at what you tried to do here. That was here, the leashes and
Yes.
harnesses and stuff. Yeah, okay. So this one, same stuff. And you wanted to find leashes and harnesses and blah, blah, blah. And there was nothing.
Well, if you type in just leashes right there,
Yeah, there would be something.
yes.
Yeah. So as I said, it's probably because leashes, comma, harnesses and gear, there was a comma. And usually when you import a taxonomy in WP import, you see that you have also harnesses. Usually when you import a taxonomy, if there are commas, it creates multiple ones. So that's the reason why, I guess. So let's have a look at the shop before we close. Let's
Okay.
have a look at the shop structure. Share this tab. So it's a custom taxonomy for the shop. And actually, my computer might be slow today because I'm also running Python scripts in the back end. And
Multitasking.
yeah, that's not. I mean, yeah, my AI assistant is working on some stuff. So yeah, that's why maybe. So here, if I go to the shop products, I've got product. It was a product type, I think. Product type or product categories? I don't remember.
I thought it was category,
Let me see.
but
Let's go back. Where were we here? Product categories. Yeah, product categories. So product categories here. That's everything we have. So
oh, see, harnesses, leashes, and then leashes, harnesses, and gear. I see.
yeah. So you've got 14 products there and 6 and 6. I don't know if the 14 that are there are the same as the 6 there. So here we have some products.
Yeah.
I guess that if I open something here, we will have a product. Yeah. So that's part of leashes, harnesses, and gear. And the other one, but okay, this one is
No,
called.
I think it's unique because that would make sense because when I was typing in products, it would only show under one of the categories.
But what is under harnesses and leashes then? Is those 6 and 6 part of the 14 there or not?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one. But it's easy to see it. So if I edit it here to see the data, you see, yeah, this
I don't
thing.
see your screen, but
Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
So this product, which I found via I think I found it via leashes. So this one, as you can see, it has multiple categories like this. But we don't want that. We would like to have
One.
this big one here, like leashes, harnesses,
Yes.
and gear. Okay, and remove this. But as you can see, there's also a problem with. Okay, let's first do one thing. There's also a problem with this end gear there. Probably, yeah. Maybe like that. Let's do it like this. Oops, sorry, share this tab. Leashes, harnesses, and gear. So I've removed, there was an extra comma there. And I decided to do that. So, okay. So now it's called leashes, harnesses, and gear like this. Okay.
Okay.
And if I go here, I've got my leashes, my harnesses, and my gear here. So 6 and 6 and 6. So what you should do now is
Go through each of them and just
yeah,
change
but
it.
maybe you can do it like fast. So because it's no. It's not a top category. It's a custom one, and we don't. There is. I mean, in the future, in a not so distant future, there is a plugin called Admin Columns Pro. It's not expensive. I mean, nothing is expensive, but if you put them together, it can become expensive. But it's $49 a year, I think. It's called
Okay.
Admin Column Pro, and what it does is that it adds to your tables anywhere, shop products, food items, blah blah, any piece of data that you want to see in a table format, and so you can quickly edit straight from the table. You don't have to open each of the items to change the stuff.
Oh.
So that's a very neat thing. So it's called Admin and Column Pro, I think. So if you want to just buy it,
Yeah.
we can just add it quickly to the site. And they explain here. You see, you can have all the different. You can have all the different items from the database displayed in the way you want uh, in the columns. And that way, from the table view, you can change very quickly, even some text in a field. So even you know what you had earlier with the text without the breaking points, the line
Oh,
break.
right.
You can do it from the table, so you don't have to open each of the pages. Or if you want to
Oh.
change a category for 10 products in a single edit, you can do it via this plugin. I think
I
it's
wonder if this plugin would allow us to do the drop downs like we were talking about last time, which we don't need to go down that rabbit hole,
so
but
it's 89, but it's really worth it because even
oh,
if
yeah.
you value your hours at $10, you would just
Oh,
quickly
totally worth it because
yeah,
I need to go back and,
change stuff,
triple
edit,
check this.
move
Yeah.
around from category to category, and that's really easy. I would say it's something that you would expect from any database
Yeah.
presentation if you're using Airtable or Notion. But yeah, so you can quickly edit stuff. So really worth it. Yeah, it's 89 a year for one site.
Great. Well, I just bought
Um,
it, so
that's
there
nice. So
you go.
I will add it. So next week
Yeah, yeah.
okay, we
We'll
can
do it.
demonstrate how we can edit
Cool.
some stuff with it. And you wanted to ask me maybe a last question before we close for
Oh,
the day?
I don't
You
let me
said you wanted to do some drop down stuff.
Oh, when I mean, I think we said we couldn't do it, but just looking at Admin Column Pro, it was saying something about smart filters and stuff. But in the on the shop page, how we added the buttons at the top,
Yeah,
that's great. But it would be awesome if those buttons could be
a drop
a
down
drop
on
down
mobile.
on mobile. Like I sent the screenshot in
Yeah.
Discord, something like that. But I don't. I think we said that that wasn't possible, but that would be cool because these
No. Actually,
like,
what
these
it
buttons
is
are cool,
now,
but on mobile, versus it's like it drops everything really far
yeah,
down,
instead of
so
being stacked. So yeah, we can try to do it. Actually, what it is, at the moment, those buttons, they are not
mhm,
buttons. They are menu items that are given a CSS style to make them appear as buttons.
right.
But it's a menu actually. So if we
Because
manage
what
to
I would do on mobile in a perfect world is at the top, I would have the drop down for the categories, and then I would move those bottoms towards the bottom, so you could pick the category, you scroll down, then you click a button as,
Mm.
as a backup, but I don't know how
Okay,
we do
but
that.
by default, so it's as I say, it's a menu item. Okay,
Mhm,
so and at the moment it has probably, yes, this version
mhm.
as a class of category buttons, which I skinned in the same way I showed for the button for the sign up.
For
So
sign up, mhm.
to just give it the impression that those are buttons, but actually without this category button thing, and maybe if I even remove them, you see, it's just
Yeah.
text. So if I add it back, boom, it's buttons. But it's it's a menu. So what I mean by that is that if we decide to say in the same way we did for the other stuff, so if this one we say we don't want to show it on mobile to make it simple first, so we
Yeah,
don't
just to start.
to show it on mobile, so we say I am mobile portraits. I don't know if it's my internet or what, but it's slow today.
It was I was editing on the site this morning. It was kind of slow to save, so I
That's
think
weird.
it's Elementor.
Not sure, because I mean I've got other site with Elementor and it was fine. Maybe they have added so much AI magic that it's slowing down the setup.
Well, I think it's just so amazing, yeah, that everybody's on there and
No, but it doesn't impact you. I mean, you've got. It's interesting to know that, but you've got Elementor on your own site, which is self-hosted. It's not like a SaaS like Squarespace or Wix, where you share any kind of hosting with the other Elementor users. You don't have anything to do with the other Elementor users, basically. It's Elementor is on your version of the site. So this one
Mhm,
I have hidden this one for mobile. So if I go on mobile, it should be grayed out. So we don't have it
mhm.
on mobile. And what we can do uh, is kind of try to create the same content, so the same menu, but present it as a drop down for the mobile users. So you might see that, for instance, when you're using a menu, okay, you can have a drop-down behavior. Like if I go on about me in the on the top of my side, I've got
Mhm.
my objectives and contact me. So what I can do is go back to share this. Go back to appearance, and I will have a look at the menu. So at the moment we have two menus, I think. Top menu, which is the header menu, and this one which I created called product categories. Okay.
Okay.
I could call it product categories desktop if I wanted, so that it makes things clearer for us to organize. And then I will create a new menu. And I'm experimenting now, so I'm not sure it
Yeah.
will work, but I'm pretty confident it will work. Product categories mobile. And then we do some kind of a hack with that. So let's create the menu first. So the menu is empty. Okay. So first thing I would do, I will add a custom link there with like a hashtag here, which means that if you click on this thing, you don't see,
Mhm.
you don't go anywhere. So, and I would call this pick a category.
Okay.
It would be like kind of lonely there. And then I will go to my category, product categories here. Okay. I want to view them all. I will select them all. And I just go and add them
Well,
all.
except for and gear, maybe we don't select that
Oh,
one.
yeah. We just remove
Yeah.
the trashy ones.
And the leashes and
Yeah,
harnesses,
but
yeah.
you just
And
have
I'll
to,
go back and fix that,
yeah,
yeah.
reorganize the stuff. But I think it's by, yeah, it's good. But then we have to indent them. So we just put them under it like this. And theoretically, it will have the expected behavior.
I'm manifesting that this is going to work.
I think it's, manifesting. It's the right way to do things, they say.
Yeah.
So pick a category, blah, blah, blah. So it should be fine. Okay, so now if I go back to where we were, so this one, because it's a new thing we have added to the database, I have to reload all the mainframe. So I just clicked on reload and I share the tab here. And we will go and pick the menu and try to see how it looks to show it on mobile. Okay, so this is where we have it on desktop. So I will just add a section there. It's on the top there. Okay, cool. So menu. Was it WordPress menu? This edit section. Oh no, this one. Was it a WordPress menu? Yeah, it's a WordPress menu. Okay, so I go there and say menu WordPress like this. Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. So and we choose the other one, mobile. So as you can see, it's a single kind of thing, but it's not yet where we want it to be. But we go there. Yeah, and we say, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the burger thing. But maybe if we don't put any toggle, yeah, it's fine. And then
We're there almost. Oh, so exciting. See,
we
it's like a video game, right? It's like, ooh, if you put these pieces
and then
together.
we have to kind of put it center. Yeah, that's fine. And you see you have it. But then the only thing we need to do with this is maybe style it like typography, make it a bit big, not that big, but 1.5 maybe.
Yeah.
See, and also what was it here? The drop down. The drop down. Typography, EM. Let's say the same, 1.5. Boom. No, it's a bit too much because we have these that are a bit too big. So we put it in 125. Yeah.
I actually kind of like it left justified on the white part a little bit. No? Or do you think center is better?
No, I think center is better.
Center? Okay, let's do
Yeah.
center. Oh, I love it.
And then what is this? That's for the hover thing.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
at the moment, yeah, there's this version. I mean, we can have it like
I liked how you had it, the other color. Yeah.
like the black.
Yeah, I might mess with the colors a little bit later.
Yeah.
As you can see, I
Yeah.
changed the background to white and
Okay. So
anyways, but I
that's
like that.
so now on mobile you have a drop down basically.
Well, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, magic. Voila. So
And you
yeah,
did
and
that all,
one last thing is that obviously otherwise it would be also shown on desktop. I have
oh, that would
to.
be it would be cool to have that.
I mean, whatever. But at the moment, I would just hide it. Otherwise, it would be
Yeah,
messy.
yeah,
So hide it on desktop and tablet. So,
cool.
but that's just to show that with two different
Menu.
iterations of the same concept displayed in a different way, we could find a way to have a drop down mobile.
That's very cool.
So yeah, that's it for
That is,
today.
yeah,
Great.
that was fantastic. That was very productive. There was like a lot of actionable, I think,
Yeah,
real life
there was
tips.
just one thing, but it seems to be like a feature of what we do that there's always something that we we don't manage to fix live, so we have to go and find a way to remove this box thing, and we will explain next week what happened. It's probably something like super basic that being in the action we didn't see, but yeah, I'm sure it will be fixed in a few minutes. That's it for today. Thank you so much. So we will exchange some messages to prepare the session of next week. I don't know the day yet, but this one will be uploaded very soon. And if you have any questions, you can obviously ask us your questions in the comment. And I still would like to remind you that you can find Rachel on rachelfutsaro.com. That's the current website on Squarespace. We'll change when we will complete this one. And you can find all my ramblings on callmefred.com. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you. This was amazing. I'm very appreciative.
Take care, and we will see you next week for another video.
Sounds
Bye-bye.
good. Bye.
Bye-bye.